choices that you thought you made were never really choices at all. He was pushing you, James. Pushing you to the island.
So, is Flock bluffing, or Jacob isn't really the Jesus/Aslan, but the White Witch of Narnia, the bad guy? Personally, I think both aren't good nor bad. They both did what they thought was right, and none will be 100% wrong.
That's the joke. There's nothing to protect it from. It's just a damned island.
Is this just an island because whatever seems wonderful on it is just technology trapping you in it? Or is Flock playing it down because he's sick of it? He wants it sunk.
What I am is trapped. And I've been trapped for so long that I don't even remember what it feels like to be free.
How can a dead man from an ancient generation get off the island and go home? I'm afraid the way he intends to free himself means death for everyone plus the island, and will have the alternate timeline for compensation. Maybe Man in Black just wants to be a school teacher in ancient Rome too. So the alternate timeline is what life looks like untouched by Jacob, making the free choices without the twisting hand of fate. Sawyer might have not written that letter in this timeline, and he might not even call himself Sawyer but James Ford. We thought Men in Black and Jacob ruled together and came from the same generation, but maybe Jacob brought him too, to play his negative. 'Cause every white needs a black. Man needed the snake in the Garden of Eden. The snake is what represents the free choice to bite the apple of knowledge that leads you to leaving Eden behind.
ある女性はこれらの2つに関与する必要があります。
Yeah, what if Jacob also brought himself an Eve, a wife? And what if he had a son? Maybe this little fellow.
You know the rules. You can't kill him.
Was it Ilana? Or someone we didn't meet yet? Someone who used to be their Kate/Eve in ancient times? Or maybe they both answer to the rules of one goddess, a greater Mother Nature possibly related to Tauret.
That, James, is why you're all here.
Look at the numbers on the wall. They're high, 200 and something. It means they're dropping. This is the last generation. There are names from different times and cultures, and none survived. Why couldn't it be Richard or Dogan? What does a candidate need to have? Why isn't Kate there, although she was touched?
彼女は餌です。彼女を制御し、男性を操作もたらされた。
That will be horrible if Kate's sole purpose is to manipulate and control both candidates, but it makes sense that Jacob's a chauvinist. In the times he comes from, women weren't even allowed to vote, so why make them candidates?
And what's to stop what they're up against from changing his face?
He can't. Not anymore. He's stuck this way.
If Man in Black is stuck as Locke, I'm not sure anymore he has anything to do with the dark disease, although the contaminated water isn't a Jacob thing. Here's another meaning for Richard's chains, the chains of fate. Once Jacob's dead, everyone has free choice again. Even Ben seems to redeem himself.
A much better man than I will ever be. And I'm very sorry I murdered him.
Jacob didn't fight back because he honors fate. It's Flock that gives that free choice.
It's your choice, Hugo. I guess I just needed a little push.
There are rules, but Flock doesn't give a damn about them anymore because they're the rules of fate.
But I don't want you to spend your life waiting for a miracle, Helen, because there is no such thing. It's a place where miracles happen.
Locke is no longer the man of fate and the man of faith. Will Jack be it now? This season will also be about the ones who want to go home and the ones who don't, and the Losties will again split on this one. But this time the stakes are higher, since it seems that in order to go home, they'll all have to die and sink the island. They might never know it worked until they die and resurface in the alternate timeline.
I have to tell you something. It's really, really important.
That's what she wanted to tell you. It worked.
But I don't think they'll have their memories besides that déjà vu feeling and the chemistry that makes you feel it's destined. A true second chance is a clean slate, otherwise it's not a second chance. That's what reincarnation is all about. And maybe the real Narnia, The real Garden of Eden will be normal life in alternate timeline, where they find their peace. Maybe man was never destined to live forever in the Garden of Eden, because also wonderful and good forever isn't what good is all about at all. Fantasyland can suck big time. The balance of life needs both black and white, fate and free choice. New players will have to volunteer for this job once Jacob's dead and Man in Black is leaving. Who will be the new Adam, Eve, and the snake monster?
黒の男は横たわっている。彼はあまりにも彼に代わる候補を募集しています。
He's recruiting.
What if I told you I was the person who could answer the most important question in the world?